Hey everyone, and welcome back. Okay, no, that one was garbage. I haven't. Okay. No. Look. Okay, look. I haven't done the intro in a while because Cincy keeps like fucking stalling. So I lost my mojo. I remember when we were doing like consistent every 2 weeks we did an episode. I was like getting into the rhythm of doing the intro and all that, and I haven't done it in a while, so I'm rusty. And
you put way too much on that intro. The intro is not that impressive.
okay,
Google.
whatever. Anyway, Cincy is also here.
I'm fine, we have Paws here.
Finally got me.
Finally, Cincy is here, and this is like also probably gonna be the last time that Cincy is here.
Correct.
Yeah, we can go into that later, but we have another special guest today, and it's Paws. What's up, Paws?
No way. What is good?
All right, Paws. Send every message that has ever been sent in mod chat, and then we'll go through like every
We're
message.
gonna cause a misconception that there's an actual beta of 2.2.
All right, but anyway, do you think I'm gonna verify Death Corridor? So
By
No.
the way, his opinion is weighted more heavily.
okay,
It
Paws.
is?
Don't
Yeah.
Pause. Don't let anything like Synactive and Cincy have brainwashed
I'm not
you
saying
with.
anything. I'm
Okay,
not saying
we
don't
say
don't say.
anything.
Okay,
Is
pause.
Death Corridor the one with the like what's the music genre called?
Dubstep.
Fucking
Crap.
well, crap. I think I know what it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I haven't looked at that level in like years.
All right, but do you?
Google Blitz verify
People
it.
can verify it.
Yeah.
I think that you should verify it. I don't know if you will,
Well,
but you
That is
should.
not an answer. Do you think he will or not? Not
I
that he
don't
should.
know.
We all agree he should.
I think I think I will.
Everyone has said that he should.
How
It's not
long has it
decided
been? How
whether
long has
he
it
will.
been?
Um,
How long has
5
it
years.
been?
5
Okay,
years.
no.
5 years.
No,
That's
what?
ignorance territory.
Whoa.
That's not possible.
God himself. You heard it from God himself. He will not verify Death Corridor.
Let's fucking go. Let's
Oh.
fucking go.
Yes,
5
owners
years.
won't
So
verify.
far,
What's the
here's-
score now? It's like 1
It's like
billion
tied.
to
It's
6
like
or
tied.
something.
It's like tied. I think
Yep,
the
okay.
last person was basically just like, well, if you spend that long on a level, you have to be good enough to beat it at some point. And I think at some point,
the thing is,
you
I know
spend too
Cincy.
long.
I've seen innards.
Wait, who was even
Nice
on last
answer,
time?
but like more
Oh,
cancer.
serious, yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it's probably tied now.
I literally know nothing about Death Corridor, so my answer was entirely a coin flip. If that helps,
Fair enough.
Okay.
I
Well,
really can't even tell you like who made the level.
it was. Yep,
Whoa,
There
you're
we
right.
go.
First try.
it was Google Blitz. No way.
No way.
yeah, I made
Well, I guess
I made
yeah,
At this
that.
whatever.
point, it's basically Google Blitz, given that the
Yeah.
entire level has been turned on its head.
It honestly is a different.
No, it's like an
Corridor
Archimedes ship thing, right?
anymore.
Like,
Since
Yeah,
you've
but-
changed the entire level, can someone else verify the original and get rated?
Is it by? I think I know who it's by.
Since you've
Actually,
changed your entire level, anyways.
You can change your version's name to Board to Death Corridor instead.
Everyone
you
should
could-
like just subscribe to Susnix. He's the best player I've ever seen. Beat Silent Club Step. So good.
you're
All
the
right, anyway, this is a train wreck. Please, just get going with the question.
yeah okay.
This is awesome. Okay, first question. Pause. What's the 2.2 beta key?
we went over this. It's Cincy sucks 5 or something.
Oh.
What is with
That's
everyone using
very
my
easy
name
to
as part of their
remember.
password?
Very
You
easy to remember.
Stink.
Like this podcast is using my name, even though I'm not going to be here after this. Like,
Oh, actually,
Yeah, but
we
people don't know
actually
my
okay,
name.
okay.
I know
we-
like 2 or 3 people
we
that have
should-
Cincy in their password.
I know like 2 or 3 people.
My password.
Since somebody brought it up, we should probably talk about the fact that Cincy is gonna be gone forever.
Well, not forever, but I'm just kind of over
Well-
making.
well, okay,
podcast episodes,
basically-
and our schedules don't work.
Okay, basically, you probably
People
have.
always wanted to be on the
Shut
weekends.
up! Let me speak for more than 5 seconds. Holy shit. Okay, look. Basically, what happened was, you probably noticed that there's like 2 months between every episode instead of 2 weeks, and that's because like it's impossible to coordinate now because half the time Cincy just wants to like play Bloons Tower Defense instead of
That is a false thing. I do not quit on the podcast to play Bloons. I quit on the podcast to play other games.
Okay. Well, point is Cincy.
Yeah, it's not Bloons Tower Defense, Kugel.
Cincy just never wants to join the podcast, and then like the one time we got Cincy to agree, the other guests couldn't do it, and then Cincy like. It was a mess, and it's getting to the
because when we started this whole podcast, it was agreed that we would do it on Monday nights.
Right.
But we had to do a weekend for Bo and Yassarian, and then it never left the weekend ever. I tried to get it on weekdays. No one wanted to do it.
Look, I can do weekdays. I'm fine with weekdays. But,
I promise. I told you I would not be reliable on weekends from the get go.
But like most of the
I have a solution
guests.
for you, Google Blitz.
What?
I have a solution. You just have to take the revenue that you get and pay the guests and the hosts revenue from the YouTube channel.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
You mean
You
the 20
get
cents
20
that we get from our
cents.
videos?
Okay.
Yeah, all the
the
money that
revenue
you get from
from our no ads.
But anyway, okay. So the point
This video is sponsored by.
the point is
This video is sponsored by
Google.
Go to
Okay.
go and put in the beta key
Inactive.
Cincy sucks for a discount
I wish Synactive was the one who. Okay. Anyway.
on the
Okay. No. Listen. So basically, I want to start uploading these more consistently, and since Cincy isn't very reliable, I'm not gonna be waiting for him for every episode anymore. So like, if he's available, I guess he'll be there. So he can still be a recurring guest, but it's not guaranteed that he's gonna be on the podcast anymore. So
What
that
Kugel
Wait,
should do is he should just find a guest and then message me, hey, here's when we're doing it. Do you want and I'll probably respond with no, but maybe I'll surprise him and say yes.
yeah.
But you think that since he's unreliable, I have the planning chat muted like on Discord. Like I have no idea
So do
what
I.
is being said. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're on the same page. I'm glad that.
Okay. Anyway, so okay, with that out of the way, let's actually get back to stuff about Paws. So Paws, you're a GD mod, an Elder mod actually. So
I am.
that means you know like everything about the game, and
Absolutely not.
all right, let's talk about 2.2 since you know everything about 2.2 basically. And
Okay.
all right, so first of all,
All
let's
right.
talk about the fact that wait, okay, didn't you mention the fact that Rob just isn't letting anyone beta test it?
I don't know. I mean, I have suggested it,
I-
but it's one of those things where like it's probably not going to happen because why would it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay, I don't know if you know, but I basically beta tested it for him, right? Because okay,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's true.
there-
The fucking light version is a pretty good
yeah, the light,
way of
yeah,
looking at it.
I don't know if there's an APK for it yet, but basically the light version has 2.2 stuff in it. So if you can like kind of extract that, which there's like a thing that you can do for iPhone where you do that, so that you can play like an early version of 2.2 kind of. So I did that, and I was like testing stuff out. I saw like a tweet that talked about Sonic Wave being impossible. So I was like, okay, why is that happening in 2.2? And I did some testing, and it turned out that for some weird ass reason, Rob like unrotated the hitboxes of spikes, because usually spikes, like rotated spikes, have rotated hitboxes like you would expect, right? But in 2.2, that just is like not the case anymore. So it makes a bunch of shit impossible. There's some other stuff, by the way, like if you go like into a single portal, it'll like change where the screen is, and it makes a bunch of levels impossible. But I ended up finding the hitbox thing and I posted it on Twitter on the famous Cincy podcast Twitter account, which you should all follow. And RobTop actually responded and was like, "Oh, good catch," and he fixed it. But it's like, why am I the person who had to like find this? Why is this not being tested by people?
We
I
are
think you have to ask
trusting this
RobTop
dude.
this because
Yeah, I mean,
everyone agrees that.
We are trusting this dude to fix the game, like to make the game like universally
Look,
like
I'm not
working.
even asking him to test it
Like,
or do anything.
functional.
Like I'm just asking him. Like
But
at least let
don't
people.
even have
The
the
thing is,
hitboxes angled right.
Rob doesn't even need to pay anyone. Like he could do an early access thing and people will play test it for free. But he doesn't even want to do that for some reason. I don't know why.
The entire community playtesting it for free.
Well, yeah, but like, it's not gonna happen until the actual thing comes out. Like, you could at least have like the mods or something, play test it and see. Okay, you know what are the issues? What are the bugs and all that? Because I hope that 2.2 doesn't just completely destroy the game. But my hopes for that are not very high.
Based on some stuff I've seen, I'm like not too hopeful for that because the fact that there's bugs like this just kind of sitting there,
Yeah.
and there's no known playtesters at the very least, does make me concerned.
Like, I mean, I did get Rob to fix that one, but there were like a bunch of other ones I found that he didn't really comment on. So those probably are still there, and there are probably
You are more than welcome to send those to me, and I will relay them to him.
Sure, I can do that. And there are probably a ton of others that I just haven't found, but yeah. So I don't know. There's another thing I wanted to talk about, which I mean, it's not really related to 2.2, but it is related to RobTop, which is and I think this is probably like an old thing, but I only found out about it recently, which is the fact that like if there is a word that contains a banned word, then that word is banned, right? So there's someone tried uploading a level called Hazy Skyscraper, right? And it wasn't uploading.
Oh, okay.
And it turns out because it has the word rape, like skyscraper has the word rape in it.
Oh,
It does,
I thought it was crap. Okay.
or like levels that,
Okay, both of them probably.
or like something called like analogy or canal because it has anal in it would also be banned. Like there's just a bunch of words that are just, you know, regular words that are banned because like in the middle of them
Lazy canal.
in the middle of them you can just, yeah, like it's
So is nighttime a banned word?
night why would that be a banned word?
This guy's not
Okay.
moderated enough crap yet.
Wait.
Okay, wait a second. Well, how come Geometry Dash and Minecraft are doing like the same thing at the same time? Minecraft is now also
saying,
having like banned.
When you have really
word
bad
and-
filters,
Well,
you
GD's
allow
had
a
it for
lot of
quite
shit.
a while. It's just I don't really know how the filters work, and I have not contributed to them at all. But I do think they could be better. I mean, I think everyone does.
I think some
It's
of them
one of those things to where if it's part of an actual word, that should just not be a thing. It's one of those. I think there's like some places I've been.
I think the filters are also broken in the sense that like if you try searching up for like short insane unrated levels or something or completed or uncompleted like if you put certain filters, certain combinations of filters, it just doesn't work and there are no results. Like it just doesn't. I don't know why it does that.
Pause.
Tiny.
I have a question
Okay, no.
for a true RobTop connected man.
Okay.
What has happened to the Octocube? And will the story be fulfilled in 2.2? Is the dude escapes, right? The thing after you beat the you know what I'm talking about, right?
This is why this is my last
It's going to be
episode.
addressed.
Dude, like literally
It's just
the only people who care about this topic are people who are like under the age of 12.
The hacker guy, he's gonna ruin Gene. He's gonna destroy everything. We don't even know if it's gonna be resolved.
an active guy invested in the Skyblock
you know-
story.
you know
so,
what- you know
I'm
what-
honestly not surprised.
Okay, I
Any
can't-
Skyblock fanfiction you would recommend? Are there Skyblock fanfics at all with 3 downvotes and 1 X? Marina X Barry.
Oh no.
Marina likes the Shad because they always get voted for, and then like Barry's the opposite because no one likes voting for them or something.
Probably gonna be like Marina's the popular
Yeah, that's what I
mayor
heard.
in town.
They get like super buffed
Okay,
by
next
admins.
topic.
Yeah.
So
he's going.
Since this is kind of mod related, I don't know if I'm like wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that the Requiem middle finger got reverted.
Yeah,
Yes, okay.
it did.
Did it get reverted with like the fingernail that was on the wrong side of the hand?
I could not tell you.
Oh.
I just know that it was reverted to what we before it was updated.
Okay, well,
Google, they can literally revert it. They restore an old version.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's not like I rebuilt the finger.
that's good. I think
Yeah,
I think
what if like that would be our middle finger at home moment? Like, can we have the middle finger? We can have Requiem middle finger at home, and it's Paws's fucking version.
wait, wasn't this a topic in like the first episode or something?
We already have.
Yeah, so it's full circle now. Like the episode that Cincy leaves is the episode where it concludes the Requiem middle finger arc.
Well, the first episode it wasn't removed.
No.
It was not removed by the first episode.
No, it was. It was literally at the topic.
It was.
It was like one of the topics we talked about. But anyway, yeah.
Wow.
It was one of the topics, but then we were like, these topics actually suck, so we removed all the topics and I made them because Google sucked at topics.
Sure. Did you hear that there's a GD player going to jail now?
Wait, what? No, I didn't.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't.
What
Okay,
happened?
so do you know Artify 8?
No.
Okay, I think he
Do they have
beat
Twitter?
No.
I think he beat Firework or something. I don't remember. He's like pretty forgettable, but he did like a jump from okay. So he did a jump. He's the guy that did a jump from 9 circles to Firework for some reason. And okay, it's not actually confirmed if he's going to jail yet, but he said there's a good chance he might because he was like caught pepper spraying like a gang member or something, and the police caught him. I don't really know the full story, but everyone's talking about how he's going to jail now, and yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But
That's definitely a first.
But yeah, it got me thinking, like, is this the first GD player, like, in the GD community to go to jail?
Probably not.
Well, okay, I don't. I can't say too. Okay, Snactive said it. I wasn't gonna say too much on who, but
what
there's
did
a
Snactive
lot
say?
of rumors that that guy.
BH Fusion.
BH Fusion?
I mean, obviously
So-
those are rumors, so I'm not gonna say yes or no because I don't know.
Because it's a public platform,
Oh my-
there is no evidence of it.
Yeah,
There's
there's no
zero
yeah, exactly.
I forgot that guy even existed.
And if he did, it wasn't for very long. If he did,
Yeah.
it was not.
Yeah,
for long.
if it did, it was not very long.
I
Yeah,
honestly
I think-
highly
I
doubt
think-
it, just because like it wouldn't make sense. But
Because
Yeah.
of what he was accused of doing, his jail time would make no sense. I think it's
Exactly.
false. I think it's fake.
it's probably.
I think it's a rumor because he would not go to jail for 6 months for what was accused. There's just no way.
Yeah,
It would be a lot longer. So I think it's fully fake.
fair enough. Okay. Well, anyway, if Artify goes to jail, then he's probably the first GD community member to.
I mean, here's the thing: he's the first. If he actually does go to jail, he's the first one that we can confirm. But there's got to be some people that just kind of disappeared, forgotten
The
about.
community's a big place.
Well, okay, it depends how you count it. Like, I'm not talking about people who have like just played GD at some point in their lives. I mean, people who are like.
I'm talking about people that have like actually beaten demons
who are
or
in the
kind of part of the community.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about that.
Yeah.
I think it's a big community. I would be surprised if someone went to jail for stealing or some shit for a couple weeks or something. Like,
Maybe there are people who went to juvenile detention because like most of the community is under 18. So
yeah, it can't be the first one. I just don't think it is. On the flip side, though, if they're just sitting here clicking a button all day,
Flip night.
yeah, if they're just sitting here clicking a button all day, looking at their computer, they're not really committing very many crimes.
well, what if they're clicking a button on a computer and what they're doing is actually hacking the CIA, and
That's insane.
yeah, and then
That's
they get
probably something
arrested
happened.
for that, and then they get arrested
That
for
probably happened a
for
lot.
human trafficking.
Yeah, I mean that. I get
I don't know,
that.
Google. That seemed a little bit too like specific. You got something you want to
Well,
tell
what's
us?
going on in your life?
Yeah. What's going on? Is this why Death Corridor's taking so long?
Anyway, so
Yeah,
next
but when you
topic.
hear him clicking in the background, it's not Death Corridor. That's
So-
why it's taking him 5 years.
so-
We're doing other
Patterns
things.
don't add up. He had to change Death Corridor to match the click pattern.
Match the click pattern of like running
Hacking.
running like a dark web organization. All right. Well,
Yeah, that's a really hard click pattern.
Which cannot be done by a macro for some
That's why
reason.
you can't
He just
beat
has
Death
to click it
Corridor. It's
himself.
too hard to continuously do it.
yeah. Also, I'm kind of curious, but how is it like interacting with Rob?
I feel like I'm at the point where it's not weird. like a lot of people think about talking to Rob and they think about like, oh man, he's like, it's Rob. A lot of people are
Yeah.
fans of him, and a lot of people kind of are afraid of talking to him. But it's been so long that I mean, he and I are just kind of homies.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like all it is.
I mean, that's how I kind of imagine it between him and Viprin, but I never I never knew what the dynamic would be like with like maybe the other Elder mods or the other mods or whatever. Is your relationship, I guess, just like occasionally there's something you bring up to him, or do you like talk more often? I don't know.
I guess it's like a little bit of both. Like if there's something that I need to bring up to him, I bring up to him. But then I also like, I don't know, talk pretty casually about games and stuff. And like,
You played CS with him yet?
I've not played CS with him. He's a hoe
man.
for that one.
It's been 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
how many
I know.
times have you asked him to play CS?
Too many. My man is never online.
You should invite me for the CS game with RobTop game.
Oh yeah.
We could all have GD PFPs.
Oh my god.
We could all pick our cubes. RobTop
We
gets his
are
like default profile
dashers.
picture cube.
Dude, I just like literally 10 seconds ago, I just 100% achievements the Counter-Strike achievement because I've
I
been
should do
AFKing it. I
I
just
should
got the
do
last
that.
one. I'm done
missing
now.
a few. I'm missing like 12.
167 out of 167. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Rob and I are just kind of like homies, I guess. I don't know. Like I bring up stuff. Like the other day, I talked to him about what was it? Oh, let me look. What did I DM Rob about? Oh yeah, about an account that was hacked, and then like half the time it's stuff like that, and the other half it's like, oh hey, how's school? How's work? How's 2.2? You know, like
Fair enough, yeah.
I don't know, average conversation. I sent him some photos of my my second home because
Oh,
he has a big property, and I now do as well. And
Do you know what he looks like?
comparing
Yeah.
farm photos, yeah. I know what he
Literally
looks like.
everyone does. There are like public photos of him.
Okay.
I thought you would know that, Strikewind. Of all
Yeah,
possible.
I mean, this is after I think this is after I was like, in the
No, this is back
private-
when there was a different developer.
Geometry Dash beta. Oh
Pause.
yeah.
This is back when the developer was different.
Pause. How did you
Hey.
get Cold Pizza Eater? Win 1,000 matches in Arms Race or Demolition mode? I know you didn't do either of those. So how the fuck did you get that?
Well, let me show you.
Did you play against bots?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The grind.
You played
Okay,
like a
hot
threat
take.
that was against
Hot take.
bots.
I actually prefer cold pizza over hot pizza.
What?
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. You can
What
leave.
the
I don't like
fuck
pizza
is wrong with
regardless,
you?
But
I do.
Do you have brain
Like-
damage? Like,
I guess because sometimes I'll order pizza and I'll put it directly into the fridge.
What the
No,
heck,
it
Cincy?
cooled down.
You're literally insane.
okay, you know what? I don't want you on my podcast anymore. So I think.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
riddance.
glad you're gone. Like, I don't think I'm talking to you again.
Okay, I mean, Synactive, you're only marginally better than Cincy right now. So I wouldn't talk if I were you.
You'll all miss me.
I'm gonna miss you.
Fucking instead of showing up on the podcast, I can eat my cold pizza in peace.
I don't know if
Tell
that's
me
even
about-
like.
It also depends where the pizza's from. If I go to like an actually good pizza place, obviously I prefer it hot. But I'm talking about like if you order some chain restaurant pizza, fuck it, I'll throw that shit in the fridge and eat it in a couple hours.
But why would you prefer it cold? Like, okay, look, sometimes I'm
A lot of
just.
times it's like too soggy. A lot of times
Sometimes
way too
it's
soggy.
like, it's no longer warm, it's like lukewarm, and I'm too lazy to heat it up, so I'll eat it. But I would still prefer to eat it hot. Like, I'm not gonna make it cold on purpose.
Yeah, it depends. The chain restaurant pizzas to me are usually just soggy, so I just kind of throw them in the fridge, cool down.
Why don't you
It's less
just
soggy,
don't-
easier
Just don't order from them.
because it's cheaper.
Just don't
All those
order
are-
pizza.
okay.
Like, you should not have the right to
Eat
even
something
eat
else.
pizza. Like it's like
Eat something else.
it's like people.
Second Chalmers drives
No, no, no.
to
It's
jail.
like people who
Cincy.
eat pineapple pizza. They should not be allowed to eat pizza. Like, period.
I mean, I've committed a lot of deadly sins when it comes to food, like eating chicken nuggets with a fork or pizza rolls with a fork. Like,
Oh, these pizza rolls with a fork. Dude, there's an image of it.
yeah, I know there's an image of it.
What is the
I was-
weird? What is
I
the
was not
weirdest thing
sober,
you've
I'll
eaten?
tell you that much.
What is the weirdest thing you've eaten with a fork?
Hey guys,
Weirdest
guys,
thing I've eaten with a
guys send me
fork?
an image?
Yeah,
I don't care.
like not like the food is weird. Like it's weird that you ate it with the fork. What the hell is that?
Today I
You
ate
guys
a
are
brownie
bringing on
with a fork. I don't know.
this
One time I drank soup with a fork. I'm not even joking. Like an entire,
bet-
and I finished it, and
Pizza rolls with a
I
fork.
finished the whole soup with a fork.
I'm trying to think of
So-
the weirdest thing I've eaten with a fork. Probably a hot dog.
How's that weird? What? That's like
I don't know.
normal.
Actually, is weird. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
You. Oh
Like,
wait,
that's
wait,
just- that's just a sausage.
wait, wait,
That's
a
just a
hot-
sausage.
I like
Wait,
hot
with
dogs.
bread.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait, wait,
I'm not
wait.
talking about like a hot dog. I'm talking with the bun.
Oh, oh.
here's
okay,
here's the
that-
original image.
Wait, why
This
would
is the actual
why
image.
would you do that?
Instead of Cincy's profile image, can you just use this for the thumbnail?
No.
Goodbye, Cincy.
That's actually, do it. Change it now.
Yeah, just
On the
like
Twitter
crop
account,
this
RobTop
to be Cincy's profile image.
Me when I'm stoned eating a pizza roll with a fork.
Oh my god,
The real reason Cincy was unmodded.
the real.
As if that would be my worst offense.
Pause. What do you think our chances of getting RobTop
You would
on
do
the
this on
podcast
stream.
are?
I would eat pizza rolls with a fork on stream.
Yes, and they have this exact
I-
face.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
you're right.
like okay, I was look here's what I was thinking. I was thinking like if I managed to ever get Viperin on, it would significantly increase the chances that I could get RobTop on. But I don't know.
No, never happening. Just
I
give up that hope.
don't. I
Give
really
up
don't
that-
think Rob will be on. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 people that have had a one-on-one call with him, if
Yes, he
if
doesn't
that,
talk, right? He doesn't talk.
and then yeah. I mean, he just doesn't VC.
Have you talked with him on call?
Yeah,
You have to have a text
but
episode
he does not
where it's
VC
just
very
text
often.
speech. It's just text to speech, but it has RobTop.
Yeah,
like
no.
those awful Reddit videos.
Yeah, no. RobTop can type in chat, and then we use like
Nick said.
the really annoying TikTok voiceovers.
Yeah, that's the annoying
Where-
TikTok girl voice talking
when
for
you-
RobTop.
We can do this thing they
Hello.
do in the news where someone wants to stay anonymous. They put like a deep voice filter on, and then like. you have
I
this fake-
love 2.2.
Oh my god, dude.
Pause, I have a question for you.
My brother keeps showing me random like GD TikToks, and they're so weird.
I have a question
All
for
in
Pause.
one episode.
What's up, Synective?
Okay,
Guitar.
I want to ask you, what was your early creating experience like? I actually want to ask you creating questions. And
Yeah.
how did it progress to you wanting to be a moderator, and how did it progress to you actually being one? I want the story, the Pause story.
As a creator, I
Create.
don't know. Like I found it fun. Like it's nice to make your own levels and to share it with people. I think
Sharing is caring.
Do you have any inspirations for your style as well in like the older versions and like the newer versions? Especially like the one that is used in X,
Yes.
is pretty original to you in
well,
particular.
okay. And I didn't really take a ton of inspiration for, I don't think. I think that one was more my own doing. There was a few things where like I saw a style that I liked and I tried to work on it. But like with some of the more like Descendants especially was very Devon inspired. And so was Red.
Yeah, that was purely Devon.
Yeah.
I'd
I don't
say
know.
N was probably like since N you've gotten better with each level, or at least improved in some way with each level. Before
I
N, I think
certainly
it's
hope
all
so.
kind of the same.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think there's a few standout ones before N, or like before I really found a formula that I was able to just pump out. Then there was a few interesting ones. Like I really like my level Wander. I really like Hollow.
I'd say
But
your most
Then
recent,
there's the ones that are all the exact same level, like 4 times.
I'd say your most recent level is by far my favorite.
Yeah, I think it is mine as
I'd
well.
actually say that's a good level.
Where did your inspiration for Hamura come
Where
from?
red was just the Devon, but at home.
Mostly original. I think I got there was one level that inspired me a bit, or well, not a bit, but a decent amount, called Blossom in the Night by Shimo, and that level is probably one of my favorite in the game. It's not a very crazy level. It's nothing like super memorable, but I really liked it, and I took a good chunk of inspiration from that.
Pause. You own the GD server, right?
I do.
All right. Can you give me famous plus 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 role?
If that role existed, I would, man.
Oh yeah.
Wait, doesn't
This
You
is
make it exist.
this is a callback to the Skyjacks episode. 'Cause-
Not really. What was
Yeah.
it?
Yes. It was literally the first thing we talked about. Oh my god.
I know we were trying to. I knew we were trying to make his ego good.
Okay. Well, I was
We're
trying.
to,
I was
like,
trying to
stroke his
reference.
ego,
I was trying
or
to
his lack
reference.
of ego, to be
I was
honest
trying to
with you.
reference an inside joke, but I guess like no one remembers it.
I remember
R.I.P.
famous plus plus plus. I just don't remember what there was a reference to, honestly.
Actually, I have another mod-related question that I just remembered. And it's related to the voting thing. Apparently, like, you know the thing where you like vote and like the mods vote and then you rate a level based on that. So,
Sort of.
no?
well, okay, so
Sort of.
I know you probably can't like you're not allowed to like say too much about how that works. Okay, actually, I know less about this than I thought I did because I know there's controversy around it, like something about AOD and like another level, and like one level didn't get enough votes, but Rob rated it anyway, and one level got I don't.
I'm an X mod, and I'm not scared to answer this. It was on Twitter. That's why it's public knowledge. AOD, according to Viperin, I think there was more votes for no. He asked RobTop anyways, and RobTop said, sure, let's rate it, and that's what happened. Mods voted no, but AOD got rated anyways because Rob's decided to rate it, and there was just some anger at the mods for voting no.
Like so he rated it without like, checking with everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of those. I mean, when it comes down to it, a lot of people place a shitload of blame on the mods, when in reality, a lot of it's also just it's RobTop's game, and he kind of makes his own decision.
I don't even think it really is an issue if he doesn't go with the system because, and I'm not the type of person to like defend RobTop for shit, but I mean I don't really care if he rates something that the mods didn't want rated, because I also think that rate standards should be way lower in general.
So here's the issue I have. I agree that if it's an agreed thing that rate standards just should be lower, I have no issue with lowering the standard. The problem is there's just no agreement on what. There's gonna be some mods that are like, yeah, we should lower the standards. Then you have some mods that are like, no, you have to have this standard. And so because there's just no agreement, ratings just feels completely weird because you have half the mods saying yes and half the mods saying no.
Yeah, but I also mean it like, because that's kind of the first half of my opinion, and then the second half is that feature and epic should be way higher standard. And I think there's this like classic example of someone who re-uploaded someone else's level, and like the original one got just star rated, and then RobTop rated like the re-upload a feature, so like he featured the same level that he originally star rated, so it's like even his own standards are not consistent, and it's like almost just randomly generated. So like
Sounds like me.
so that's why I wanted there to like that's one of the reasons, because there should actually be like a noticeable difference between star rates and features and epics, instead of like it being just a coin toss in terms of like what you're gonna get. And also because like I don't know, I just feel like there's no harm in just star rating most levels, like even levels that suck or aren't really that good. If there's some kind of like, if there is a group of people who want it rated, I don't see the harm in rating it, if that makes sense, like just star rating it.
The issue I have with that, okay, so I agree with your like premise. The problem is the community only causes an uproar when it's extreme demons.
Yeah, I know.
Like no one's making these arguments for a 7-star. No making these arguments for a medium demon. It's only the extreme demons that this argument ever comes up. And that's kind of my issue of, yeah, you can lower the standards for extremes, but then we got to lower the standards for everything. Which, if they want that, that's great, but I don't know if that's really getting communicated, because it's only the extremes that they actually.
I mean, like, my opinion on it is not like specific to extremes. I do mean in general, like, just
right.
Yeah, but
I also think gameplay should be a lot more accounted for than it is. I feel like a lot more should be the focus on whether it's actually a decent level of play.
Yeah,
you can have great effects, you can have all these cool deco, but if it sucks to play, it should just. It's a game that you play.
Yeah.
It's not a game that you watch.
It's like those people who only care about graphics, even if the game is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I play a lot of levels in GD, whenever I do hop on, especially in the featured section, it feels very, very samey. It's just kind of boring gameplay with, standard, decent deco. That's pretty much it. Or maybe subpar, kind of generic. Like, that's just kind of how it feels, but the levels are never fun. They're never enjoyable. They're always just kind of either tolerable or actually just bad.
I see.
I wish there was just a lot more. I would rather have a slightly worse decorated level that doesn't look great on the eyes, that is fun to play, than play something that's fine but sucks to play and you just kind of die because of bad transitions.
Yeah, fair enough. I get that. But yeah, there is something I'm a bit curious.
Star grinding a good thing at that point. Making it so that when you play levels, you're enjoying the game. You're not being annoyed constantly by like weird bugs and trash.
Well, because a lot of the new levels I'm finding are trying to be unique, because that, which is good. That's always a good thing. But they're trying to like make their gameplay part of the uniqueness, and it's just a fail in a lot of times. Or they're not even trying on the gameplay at all, and it's just a fail.
Yeah, that's the real problem I have. You just don't even try on the gameplay, or like.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Flash Mix level. I think the gameplay in that newer, if it's his newest level at the time, I think the gameplay in that is garbage. It's just like absolute garbage. And there was a big issue with Twitter. There was a big issue with them complaining on Twitter, saying like people don't like experimental levels, when pretty much every comment was saying they don't like experimental level gameplay. Their deco made the gameplay unreadable.
Yeah.
And it's a 6-star.
Yeah, like I think it's more forgivable for like an extreme demon, which you need to spend a ton of time learning anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Memory is less of a big deal. Like a level like Goner, I would mind it less than if it was like in, I don't know, like a 6.
If Flash Mix level was a hard demon, right, difficulty, a lot of what was done in there could have been forgivable, because you could have just made it kind of a memory hard demon. But in a 6-star, no, it's not quite there, because it's not memory, it's just unreactable.
I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. Actually, I need to ask something. No, this is related to Death Corridor. This is related. Okay, so I was thinking for Death Corridor, right?
Shut down.
I would make 2 versions. Okay, there's the one I'm currently trying to verify now, and that's the final one I want to verify. But it's taking me a while, as you could probably tell, and I want to. And people are complaining because they want it out. And so I was thinking, what if I release like a temporary version of the level, and then once I verify the one that I want to verify, then I can update that one, but at least I could have a version out, right? And like, okay, if I release this version and RobTop rates it, let's say, would RobTop get mad if I buff dated to the one that I intended to verify? Like, it's not like a surprise buff date that no one expects. Like, that's the plan, that I would do that. But, it would just be that, like, this is the version I was going to verify anyway, but I want to upload a temporary one. So
I think a good rule of thumb is to avoid updating and buff dating. I don't think it's a huge issue. I just think it's a best practice to avoid it.
Yeah, exactly.
My issue with it is you're just kind of holding Death Corridor hostage. So
no, but that's not. No, but that's the whole idea. The idea would be that
he's trying to not.
Yeah, exactly. The idea would be that
he's going to update it to be something completely different, to where no one's going to want to play it except for 60 hertz people.
Okay, but no. But the point.
He's asking about the principle. He's not asking about what.
No, but I mean that was gonna be the level anyway, regardless. But at least now, because you think that I'm not gonna verify Death Corridor, right? So like, if I never do verify it, at least there will be a version that is out, so that I'm not holding it hostage, like you said. You know.
Okay, that's great, but my thing is, I don't know why you would want to update it to be a completely Frankenstein of what the original is.
Because
it uses the same song.
Yeah,
yes, the gameplay core is the same, but it's so different from actually what's going on.
But I mean, that's the version that I want released in the first place, right?
He's going to release the version.
I mean, there
I
are
want
two.
him to say anyone can verify normal Death Corridor and they can do their own remake rating, and Kukla can have his own Frankenstein version. I think that what he did to the level is completely against what the original level gameplay wise was. He completely changed it.
I mean,
fully.
okay, I can sort of agree that, you know, like kind of forcing it to become a 60 FPS level is, I agree, kind of awkward. Like even I made the high FPS version of it, and I've been playing it, and it's like a lot more fun, I have to admit, right? Like for example, I prefer something like Thundercloud more, which is a 60 FPS level. But that was because that's the level I created.
Makes sense to be 60.
Because I created it from scratch, and it's designed for 60. But in this case, it's like I'm trying to fit it into a box that it doesn't fit in, because the original level was like kind of high FPS based, and I'm trying to change it to be 60, and it ends up being weird. I can admit that, but I don't know. Like I have really mixed feelings about it as well. It's weird. Like it's because I've been trying to verify that version, like the 61, for so long, and I really just want to get it done. But I can like sort of agree that it would technically be better if I uploaded that as Death Corridor, and then like I was like, okay, well, you know what, Thundercloud is going to be what Death Corridor was supposed to be, which was a top 160 FPS based, extreme demon. But
I have no issue with Thundercloud works for 60. That's fine. It's just the fact that you're turning Death Corridor into this is what really kind of annoys me about the whole situation, because they're waiting so long for a level to be released and have like a possibly rateable version, and it's not going to be the Death Corridor that they actually remember. It's going to be nothing like it. It's just going to be the same song with the same style of gameplay, but timings are going to be completely messed up. It's going to be fully different. I found your version kind of enjoyable on 60, but it is unplayable on every refresh rate after that.
I agree with that, but yeah, I mean, this is probably something I need to think about more, because, like deciding to be like, okay, well, you know what, I'm not verifying a hard version of Death Corridor anymore. I'm just gonna do what you did with Innards, basically, and verify like an easier but more fun.
Please do a better job than what I did with Innards, but yes.
Innards sucks.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm fully with you on that one. It sucks. I completely underestimated the difficulty, and so I accidentally released an extreme demon when I meant to release a hard one.
Oh, I see.
So it's a super unbalanced extreme demon because of that.
Fair enough.
Average Cincy behavior.
I'm gonna release a few plans in the DMs. Okay, you guys can read this.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Right.
No, trust me.
This is ignorable.
No, Cincy, you understand the plan?
Schizo.
This is just very ignorable. Okay.
No, but do you understand? You understand the plan. Paws won't understand the plan.
Okay. So yeah, that's my take on it.
But yeah, I still, I mean, the main reason I asked it is because I wanted to know, okay, like let's say I end up going that route where I make it like a temporary version and then I upload like the one I was actually trying to verify. Would RobTop be opposed to like rating the new one, or if I update it to the new one, like not reverting it, and like I mean, because I know RobTop did not like people buff dating levels before, but in those cases it was kind of like, well, half the time it's hacked, and even when it's not, it's kind of like out of nowhere without any warning, you just update the level. But this isn't like I'm not telling anyone about it. Like the whole point is that this is the version I was gonna do anyway, but I'm just uploading like a intermediary one before.
I don't know. I think it. Yeah, I can't speak on behalf of Rob on that one. I just don't know.
can I update my level to be worse once I verify it? That's pretty much what you're asking. Only 60 Hertz fans, which there's not very many of those, are going to like the update. Everyone else is going to despise it.
I guess, but like
Cincy,
people knew about it anyway. So the people who were like excited for the level know that it's a 60 FPS level. And actually, in a lot of cases, that's the reason they are excited for it. So like a high FPS version, maybe it would appeal better to like demonless grinders or whatever. But you know, like the people who are actually wanting the level out would probably be disappointed, if anything, if that's like the final version. So
Maybe, but I promise you, if you release your version, it'll be one of the most hated levels in the game. Just saying, it's going to be despised by pretty much, because right now you have the hype of the people that will never beat it anyways on your side, right? But the second that the actual community that can play it starts shitting on the level because it sucks to play that bad, that's when you'll get the hate.
fair enough. I mean, I don't mind too much because like Death Corridor was like I have other levels. Thundercloud is one of them. Other levels where like I'm making them because I want to make a level that I like. Death Corridor, you know, like that's not what Death Corridor or the point of it to me is. Like the point of Death Corridor is more of just like a challenge or a thing I want to overcome, I guess. Like you just beating the level. So it's
I think you beating it's fine. I don't have an issue with you beating it. I just think that basically my issue is the fact that your version of Death Corridor is like pretty much the only version right now that's kind of allowed to be there, quote unquote, in some ways.
I'm genuinely curious as to whether or not Paws can actually read these. That's why I sent them.
He can read red and yellow.
It is not yellow, Cincy.
It needs to be more similar. I can read all of them.
Is Cincy like
That's not how
colorblind?
this works.
Well, no, it's like a lime.
Paws is
Paws
colorblind.
No, it's lime. It's
Yeah.
red and lime.
I literally used HSV. This is FF000 and then 00FF00.
Wait, FF? You
All right,
mean
well,
like
he can
Feral
read it.
Frenzy?
He can read it, so you messed
Read
us
this?
then. Yes, he can read it.
That's not how that
Yeah.
works.
Fine.
The brightness is
Yeah,
like,
it needs to be similar. Like more similar.
It's inactive. If you were to take a really lighter red and hide it in there, he probably can't read it.
Yeah,
It looks
you did
like
use-
red
use
and
the RGB
like orange, but not
Would Dyson be able to
something I
read
can't
it?
read.
Synactive would
See?
Synactive,
So it doesn't look like red and red. It looks like red and orange.
Synactive would
Yeah.
Dyson be able to read
Is
it?
it red and red?
It's
Dyson
red and
would
like
easily
lime
read
green. So, Paws, do you have any upcoming levels that you think that you're going to be working on ever? Or are you done?
I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of motivation and drive to build right now, but I can't see myself really doing any of it because I don't have time.
Yeah.
I want to
you-
know more about Paw's taste in levels.
Yeah, what do you like in levels?
What do you look for in a good level, and what's your favorite level?
A lot of levels like go for the nice visuals and nice gameplay, but I really like the atmosphere of levels more than anything else. Like, I could care less if your level looks phenomenal if it feels really good. That's kind of how that's why I like that level of Blossom in the Night so much. It's like, I mean, it's a good level. It got epic rate. It deserves epic rate, but I like it because of the atmosphere it creates.
I think I prefer that over like straight up deco quality as well. Like
Yeah, if you can build an atmosphere, that's one of the harder things to do in a level.
Cincy has a different definition of atmosphere, though. It's like the same, but now it's a higher standard. And like this really
Cincy's
bizarre
definition
way.
of atmosphere is like
Atmospheric-
the Earth's atmosphere, like 70 whatever
yeah,
percent
exactly.
nitrogen.
It has to be the
Well,
exact.
like the level
literally
needs to
exact-
have like 76% nitrogen, 20 something percent
Yeah,
oxygen.
exactly.
Like has to have the right.
Otherwise, it's not good for Cincy.
It's a really bad atmosphere.
It's
'cause
not
the
that.
same
It's
as-
just sometimes they fuck up their atmosphere by throwing a planet in the middle of it. But
I mean, yeah. If you threw a planet on Earth, it would probably mess up the atmosphere a lot.
Not just that, Cincy. It's like every other level. You'll be like, oh, actually, it doesn't fit the song because there's some really random detail that makes no sense for it to be the reason why it doesn't fit the song. There's like one pixel there, and I think that pixel is red, and I think the song.
Can people
fits
stop throwing
or-
planets and space art into things that aren't space?
I know,
That's all I
right?
ask.
Like
This
imagine,
dude says that planets in Abyss of Darkness don't fit the theme.
imagine,
It doesn't.
imagine putting planets in your level.
Yeah, Google. Imagine.
By the way, pause. Can you read? Pause. Can you read that?
It doesn't.
No.
Oh, wait. The thing that you can't read, by the way, Pause, and I guess I can like put it on the screen as well for the podcast, but it says destroy Pause.
Oh, let's go.
I think he's like a
No, it
generator for
doesn't.
that.
No,
or
it doesn't.
something.
He's lying. He's
It
lying.
looks
He's lying. He's
too
lying.
perfect.
No,
This
look,
is a
look,
generator.
look. Click on the image.
Actually,
Pause. It
actually,
says
just by looking at those colors and based on what Paws has told me, I would be very, very surprised if you could read that.
The message says we love.
Yo, yeah,
Pause."
because it probably looks like shit to you.
No, the message actually has all the logs of mod chat, but Pause can never figure that out.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's all of the
That's how you successfully leak. You just like put it in colors I can't see.
Wait,
Pause,
is this
pause,
what
pause,
all
pause.
future
Wait,
leakers
wait,
need to
wait.
do? They
Pause.
need to put all the text
No,
in
no, no.
this. and
Listen,
Paws
listen,
can't
listen. Pause.
verify.
Pause. I thought of a way that you and other mods can leak info about 2.2. You need to put it in an ARG. You know, like an ARG, like a puzzle or something, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Steganography?
yeah, just put it in like a really obscure like Twitter account that no one knows about, and it's like a whole like puzzle that you have to decipher, and when you decipher it, it will have all the information about 2.2.
No,
Dude,
you,
like
you,
4chan gets on it, but at the very end, it's just freaking like 2.2 info, and they're like, "What do I do with this?"
They have no
you can
clue
use,
what that
you
means.
can
The
use,
next
like,
time I
JSTEC
feel like leaking
to hide.
mod chat, I'll take your advice.
Thank
you can
you.
use JSTEC to hide
Wait,
any
next time?
information inside like a JPEG image.
I mean, there is never going to be a time when we leak mod chat.
If Paws was the only person that could like catch leakers and people just use this method to bypass him, he just constantly sees a bunch of brown pixels on the screen, just like whatever.
If you,
What do these images
okay, wait. If Viprin says hi in mod chat and you like send it somewhere, does that count as leaking? Or
Yes.
but like at what point does it count as like does a message like that count as leaking, or does it have to have like a message with information on it?
I mean, it all counts as leaking. It's just different severities.
Okay, so if you send
Like if you like, there's never any case where someone leaks and then they immediately get unmodded, no matter what it was. Like,
okay, so
like that just doesn't happen.
so if a
Okay.
mod
Unless,
leak,
unless
I mean-
they're already on like super thin ice. But even that, I don't think that's happened yet.
Because I have to go soon, so I have another question.
Yeah.
This is a highly controversial for Paws because he's in a position of power. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Geometry Dash your favorite game of all time?
That's tough. I want to say yes, because
Because
think
you
it's-
are hired.
well, no, because
shilling for
it's,
Rob.
I mean, it's a really, really good game. I think
Yeah.
Rob does a lot of stuff right. I think if I had to pick my favorite of all time, it would probably be GD. But like within specific times, like I'm like right now, I've been really enjoying Rust, for example. Like
Yeah,
I'm not very consistent at choosing my favorite game.
fair enough. Yeah, I feel like I'm one of the few players who like I can say that I like GD without having to shit on it, because GD players have this weird insecurity where they have to say, I hate GD,
Yeah, I
but
love
I hate GD so much. It's the worst game ever, but I have 10,000 hours on it and I'm still playing it.
No,
every day.
GD is fantastic.
Yeah,
I think if you
The
spent
only bug I have is that my computer can't run it.
I think one thing that really annoys me is when people that have spent shitloads of hours into the game leave and like, oh, it's a terrible fucking game. It's all
Oh.
garbage. Like, no, it's one of those things to where yeah, the game has a lot of problems. And that you could clarify as a bad game or not, but you can't deny that you had a lot of fun playing it.
Exactly. Like what if you didn't, you wouldn't have played it that
But
much.
that's not even.
But-
that's not even
Gambling.
true. You can play a game without having
It's a good
fun.
game,
Like,
it's
look,
Yeah, there are a lot of people who like compare
But
it
if
to
you
like
have,
a
like,
gambling
thousands of
addiction.
hours, Strikewind.
It's a really good game. Like it's just definitively a really good
No,
game.
but I don't think it's like a gambling addiction
It's
either,
just
because
badly coded.
whenever people quit, they like act like the people who are playing GD right now are inferior to them, because like, wow, you're playing this garbage game.
I've seen so many people do it. It's so stupid. It's like you played, you got addicted to the game at one point. Like I'm talking about like Tempo Run. Like you even said you were addicted. You didn't enjoy playing anymore, but you have to keep playing. Like that's your own problem.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I guess you can be like sick of the game, but you can't deny the fact that there was a period of time where you really enjoyed playing the game. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't enjoy playing GD very much anymore. I try.
But I mean, you don't even
but
play.
I still think. But I still admit that I had fun when I played it.
I don't think this applies to Geometry Dash, but there are different games, for example, like World of Warcraft, that employ like certain psychological tricks to coerce you to play.
Yeah.
Like
That's
and
a
games that have like
lot
rewards
different.
and stuff. Yeah.
That's a lot different because GD is kind of a you just kind of play, right? You have levels you try to beat, all that. World of Warcraft makes you feel like you're missing out if you're not playing.
I know, but okay, there are people who actually are like that, kind of. Like, I remember talking to someone who's sort of like a demon list grinder, right? And he did not like playing extreme demons, but he was addicted to, like, I mean, maybe it's the rush of actually beating it and getting list points and stuff. Like, that's what he was addicted to. So even though he, like, really didn't enjoy playing extremes, he would force himself to play and beat extremes just for the sake of it, and like wasn't having fun at all during that point in time. So there are, I guess, aspects of GD that you can get sucked into where maybe it is kind of similar, but it's not like GD is designed that way.
That can happen with any game.
I mean, especially GD is like pretty flexible on what it is. It's not like a linear game or anything. So
I wouldn't consider that an argument against GD. I think that's just you have problems with handling yourself during video games. Like,
or you like you could say that's like an argument against being
playing games.
Or like a problem with list grinding even, but it's like list grinding is not what the game is about. In fact, list grinding is like a fan-made thing. Like, it's from a list made by like a third-party list made by fans of the game, which has nothing to do with the actual game. And there's like a million other things you can do. So I wouldn't even blame the game itself for that. That's just the part of the community you're in.
That's kind of like, there's also sunk cost. For example, if you have been speedrunning for months and you've been streaming on Twitch and people are expecting you to beat the record and stuff, like you kind of just can't stop even if you get like burned out. There's like momentum there.
That's like what Google does.
Well, that's no.
No, because I don't stream the level. I don't even play it.
Only difference.
Yeah,
but you are in the public eye about this, though.
That's
the difference, like.
Not very public.
I mean, I have started playing it again recently, but like the high FPS version, and I almost did 38. I almost did 38 to 100 again.
And why do you choose 38? Is it like
that's the drop?
Yeah, that's a drop. That's a
drop.
Yeah, that's like a good start position. I mean, even people who beat the original Death Corridor, that's a really common start position. When I almost did 38 to 100, that was like I had not played the level in over a year, and I came back to it on that day, and then like a few hours, I almost did that run because the high FPS version is like a lot better balanced, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, Google, want to verify who knows?
What is that? I probably know.
My first level ever.
Okay,
ever.
No. Well, I'll do it.
You could. It's not hard. It's just I don't want to.
I mean, I have a level. My first level is called Nova, so maybe you can verify that.
We trade first level verification, which none of us like.
I mean, it's like also incomplete. Like, I only made the first 15 seconds of it, and it's.
Oh, mine's not decorated. I started decorating it terribly in 2.0.
But... Oh, mine is well, I don't know if I can really call it decoration, but at the time I considered it decoration.
Well, if you can't call that decoration, you can't call Cincy's decoration, because if you've seen what Cincy has,
it's pretty terrible.
But it wasn't a layout. Like, I was actually trying to like.
If you have basic blocks, it would look better.
You know, it's kind of crazy, and it reminds me of how creating used to be like in the past, because when I was making those levels, I would make the level with the deco. Like, it's not like I would, because now people make the layout or like part of the layout, and then they start decorating the layout itself.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
It's just because it's so much more intricate now.
Yeah. Like, I guess
it almost got too intricate in a way.
I think because maybe
it did get too intricate. It's uninviting to new players completely. I have to mention the elephant in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
The biggest like romantic relationship in Geometry Dash, Cincy and Paws. What's going on with it? We haven't had updates for so long. It's been like a year.
Is this like some
really
inside
stupid question?
Is this like an inside
I actually do want to
joke?
bring up. Didn't like? No, it's not even an inside joke. He's just being stupid.
It's not. It is an inside joke, idiot. It's literally a joke. It was a joke like 2 years ago.
It wasn't that. The joke is we're the same person.
Too. It was literally
we were the same
You're literally
person.
like gaslighting my joke.
The joke was we're the same person, not that we're madly in love with each other.
And see, I gotta go with Cinactive on this one. It was a while ago, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I only remembered us being the same person.
Well, there's that one, but there's also like the constant. I mean, we used to be pretty fucking obnoxious.
Okay, that's fair.
Like
But I'm like that. But I'm like that with everybody.
I know exactly. That's why it doesn't feel that.
It's not everybody. You were like that with Paws.
No, I'm like that with Low. I'm like that with Falcon. I'm like.
But no, there was a public joke about it on. This one was a public joke. It was like on Twitter and trash. And I think there might have been some joke about it in the GDS. I don't really know, but
Since
There was a joke where we took the one image saying this is how much you make me blush. There was that.
By the
I
way,
remember
Fire. That was a fucking awesome
since
image.
your level doesn't even look bad. I mean, it's not something I would call good necessarily. but-
Negative, you're so stupid for literally mentioning a joke that I somehow forgot. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was a
Inactive, you're
2.0 level.
Stupid as hell.
I just didn't remember that joke, to be honest. I guess I'm just a whore to all my friends, so to me it was another
Let's
day,
fucking go.
just another day.
It's another day in the life.
You are a joke.
If you think I've said something false, I've said way more suspicious things to Slow and Falcon. I'll tell you that much.
Dang, since he's anything but a monogamous.
That's your relationship update since he's not being monogamous.
Cincy, did you say those things because of a lost bet or because you wanted to?
I'm like,
It's how he feels deep inside.
I'm
He just can't talk
incredibly
about it
gay to a lot
publicly.
of my friends just for fun.
Not just friends to Cincy.
Yeah, they're best friends.
They're pretty close friends.
Yeah, close. You know, I did meet up with Low. Well, that was a fun time.
Oh yeah, I mean, you met up with Paws like a week ago, right?
Met with Paws like a couple weeks ago, or last week. I don't remember.
Yeah, and
Was
we
it a
were,
couple
we,
weeks or
we were
last week?
actually supposed to
don't
do
remember.
the episode then with you two like in person, but
Yeah, Paws couldn't do it, loser.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
it's
Yeah,
messed up.
you want to put all the blame on me for not being able to make it. The times I did try to make it, Paco and Blitzer couldn't, and then Paws couldn't. Like, it's not all just me.
Even
It's
those people
pretty
did,
much
like,
just you.
50,000 times. They were like, we'll do it. Just kidding.
Yeah, like yeah, you can. I think it's funny to only blame me, but there were so many times where they were not available too. It was not me.
Is the
gone
is
for
the
2
is the
months.
Paco Blitzer episode ever even gonna happen? Like we've been talking
Probably
about it.
not.
We've been
Because
talking.
they never are ready.
No,
They're
we've been
never available.
We've been talking about it for like the past 4 episodes. Like next episode is gonna be Paco Blitzer, and then it just doesn't.
But what's the question? We have a question for Paco and Blitzer, but we have
Well,
to ask
well,
it
well-
to Paws.
Oh yeah.
We have to ask it to Pause now.
Yeah. Well, okay. It wasn't directed towards them because it was Sirius's question, and I remember
Why don't we
it.
just use Stormfly's question? Just recycle it.
No. We don't need.
What's question for Paws?
No. Okay, but what's it called? Okay, should we actually ask the question now since we should probably wrap up soon?
Yeah, we
anyway?
should.
Okay.
question.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Sirius's question. I don't remember it word for word, but I remember it was basically along the lines of, what do you think of the Palestine-Israel conflict? Like, what are your thoughts on it? Basically, I guess I don't know.
What?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the Palestine-Israeli conflict?
And no
Dead empty.
cop out neutral answers.
You gotta pick a side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't kept up to date on it.
Who do you pick, me or Aiden?
Inactive for the win.
All right, Pause. You have to ask a question for the next person.
Wait, did he even answer?
God.
Did he even answer this?
He
one?
said it's inactive for the win.
Dude,
That-
I
no.
don't know. Though. What do you mean? You can't expect me to answer that.
Well, but that's a cop out answer.
I don't have any education on the subject. I cannot make a real answer.
You're
Okay.
gonna have to choose one or the other.
No.
The episode will never end unless you choose one.
Choose
That's
Palestine.
fine.
Choose
Yeah,
Palestine.
choose Palestine.
I'll choose whatever since he wants me to choose.
All right,
Okay,
Pause
base-
chose
base-
Palestine.
Thank you,
Choose it.
Paul.
You have to actively say, I choose Palestine, and the Israeli versus Palestine.
No.
Okay. Anyway, fine. So you choose Palestine, and now you have to come up with a question for the next guest.
Who is the next guest?
don't know.
Paco and Blitzer, but actually, I shouldn't even say that because they're the
sabotage
only
our
guests
show.
we have ever like said they're
He's
gonna be
trying
the
to
next guest, and
remove our,
every
like,
single time we say that,
perspective.
they end up not being the next guest. Like, there have been people
Okay.
who we thought, okay, they're gonna be the next guest, but we just don't announce it in the episode, and they end up being the next guest. But the only time we did was with Paco and Blitzer, and they're just, yeah. So just ask the question as if it's like it could be anyone.
Okay, well, my question is the podcast better without Cincy?
Ooh, that
Easy.
is a good one.
What's it
Easy
like
yes.
without the
Easy
idiot?
dub. Easy dub.
Damn, you think you bring the podcast down, Cincy?
Of course.
I think since he's the only thing countering Kugel Blitz is worth 2 people, and I'm gonna be against Kugel Blitz and Hyperbola and Strikewind.
Well, okay.
I lose this.
Okay.
It's literally just gonna be knocking Synactive podcast. It's supposed to be the knocking Kugel podcast because that's the most entertaining because that's not me.
We didn't bring up how weird it's gonna be for the famous Cincy podcast to just not have Cincy.
Not have
Yeah,
Cincy.
it's gonna be like
I mean, it may not be the last time I show up.
Well,
It's
yeah.
gonna be one of those. Just tell me when it is.
yeah.
And I
You can-
honestly just maybe a last minute. I may just be like 10 minutes before. Yo, I'll do it.
Yeah, you can be a recurring guest whenever you're actually able to like come
Yeah,
on.
but I don't want you guys waiting on me anymore because I don't feel
Fair
like doing it a lot.
Well, anyway, I think we should end it here, cause yeah.
You.
All right.
Yep, and all right. It's been fun, y'all. Have a good one.
Yeah. See ya and goodbye, Cincy forever.
Fuck you,
Well,
Cincy.
Unsubscribe from